Here we are at Enterprise Connect 2022, and I'm on the Zoom stand with Heidi Elmore. Hi, Heidi.
Rob, it's so great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining me. And what what an event. I mean, how's it been for you so far?
Well, it's obviously been great to see old friends, see colleagues that we've never seen before in person, give a couple hugs, a couple elbow bumps, but it's been great, and I'm having a great time. How about you?
Yeah, I really like being in person. I love doing business through the screen as well, right? It's so much more efficient, as I'm sure you know at Zoom, but I do like getting together. So, it's really, really good. So, I mean, in terms of the last couple of years, I mean, it's been an interesting 2 years. I'm sure it has been for Zoom. What's it been like for Zoom over the past couple of years? Because, pre-pandemic, you were a very different company back then.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've seen some incredible growth. So in 2019, the last time we were here at the show, it was just under 2,000 employees. Now we're approaching 7,000. We were a third of $1 billion business, and now we're over $4 billion business. It's just incredible. We had approximately 87,000 organizations that were our customers in 2019, and now we're over 500,000 organizations trust Zoom. So it's been an incredible journey. I'm so grateful, so blessed. So yeah.
Amazing story. And in terms of recent innovations, I mean, Zoom is not resting on its laurels whatsoever. I mean, you continue to innovate with contact center, your new developer platform, and I wanted to touch on avatars as well because that's very hot news. But talk us through. I mean, customer engagement, customer experience is a big theme. It certainly feels like a big theme, a big topic of conversation here at Enterprise Connect. I mean, have you picked up on the same?
Yes, and we saw it not just from obviously our industry peers, but we heard a lot from our customers. So Zoom has been known as this killer meeting app, but over the last 2 years, we've really become this killer platform, as Gary said this morning in the keynote. And when it came time to really optimize the way our customers were communicating with their customers, they really wanted Zoom to help them. And so the idea of bringing together the best of UC, the best of what we know and love and what we do best, Contact Center just seems like an extension of it.
It does indeed, doesn't it? I think it really goes together like peas and carrots almost. So it's a terrible phrase for technology, but certainly that's how it feels. I mean, in terms of additional innovations, I mean, certainly the Zoom developer platform, that's come on leaps and bounds recently. I mean, how's that going so far?
I mean, it's going great. Our commitment to our developer community is just continuing to grow. We have obviously our APIs, SDKs across a multitude of different products, including Contact Center. So being able to embed that digital presence with chat and video. But continuing to invest there. There's quick start packages and ways to help our developers embed Zoom into the application of their choice.
Yeah, and it certainly feels like that. I mean, you really are now a full UC provider, aren't you? We're way beyond just the meeting platform that once was. So, I mean, recently just literally in the last few days, you've launched avatars as well. I mean, I'm curious, how does that sit within the kind of business environment? What's the background on avatars?
Well, it's interesting. So we think a lot about meeting equity. So over the last few years, obviously we all had to quickly go home and be effective. And, not everybody had the same configuration. Sometimes you were blessed with the four walls of an office. Sometimes you were at the kitchen table. Sometimes you were on your couch. And we really wanted to make sure that everybody felt part of the conversation. So, of course, black background blur became important. Background images, being able to, have that polished view of your video. And I really think of avatars as somewhat of a continuation of that. So let's say you're joining a meeting with your team, maybe you're not video ready, but there are some inherent benefits to video that go beyond just being able to see the whites of people's eyes. There's the head tilts, there's the blinking, the physical human pieces that really are missed in interactions that are audio only. So I think what's great about avatars is, and of course you can choose your character that best reflects your mood of the moment. But you can still have that engaging conversation with your coworkers, and they can still kind of have that. And of course it's cute, right?
And, yeah, it's just fun. It's just fun to have an avatar. And I think it almost kind of, I was thinking about it earlier as well, and in terms of kind of where we're heading as an industry. I mean, more and more I think about and read about technology. The next thing is kind of this more immersive kind of worlds, metaverse and virtual reality. So I suppose avatars, Zoom, launching avatars is almost kind of going to get us used to using avatars and for the next world of communication, collaboration potentially. So really interesting talking to you today. I mean, in terms of how things are going, forward into 2022 for Zoom, are we going to see more and more?
Absolutely. So right behind us is actually a perfect example of how we're not sitting on our laurels with even things like meetings. So this is Workspace Reservation. It allows you to, as a hybrid worker, schedule a space, whether that's a meeting room or a desk, while you're at home. Instead of having to worry about on the way to the commute where you're going to sit, if there's going to be room for you, you get to the office. Instead of having to punch those 4-digit codes that we all had to remember for hot desking, you just bring up a QR code, scan yourself, and off you go. This is just an example of the way that we're innovating the hybrid work. But as you take the journey with us over the next few months, you're going to see a bunch of new products, a bunch of new innovations, and we're just not going to stop because we have to help the world connect.
Absolutely, new challenges, new innovations. I love the way you're really responding to those. So, thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you the very best for the rest of the show.
You as well, Rob. It's been great. So, thank you.